So, Sir Shirki Dhamali, you are the host, but let the MENA open this session. Okay.
Sure. Well, greetings everyone, and welcome to the International Virtual Conference on Museums. Hello, Namaste.
Hah? Nini. Coba tengok Nina, ada kering ke belum?
Right, let us wait for
Kalau
a
dah
while.
kering angkat, nanti dia
If you
lipat.
put your mic off, please. I think if everyone puts the mic off, will be better.
Yeah.
Kering tak? Kering ke? Apa dia tu?
Control, can you put all the mics off? Mrs. Setti, your mic is on.
I'm sorry.
Okay, shall we start then?
Yes.
All right. So again, greetings everyone, and thank you very much for accepting our invitation and joining us here today. So we are pleased to be able to welcome all the familiar faces, as well as those of you who are new to our community, as well as this platform. My name is Meena Lama, and I'm a member of ICOM Nepal, and I'll be your host as well as moderator today. So I believe everybody is settled.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So with the permission from all the seniors as well as Javed sir, I would like to commence today's program. Shall we start, sir?
Yes.
All right. So today's program is kind of special and interesting because we are going to talk about the ICOM General Meeting, or conference of 2025. So I think like a lot of people are here, so maybe we should ask this question: does anyone knows that where the 2025 General Conference is going to happen? Anyone?
No,
I think we have got a
to
hint.
wait for the vote. Yes, of course. That's why we are here today, and we are very pleased to present you the application of Dubai to host the General Conference in 2025. If you give me the permission, I would like to start with a small presentation about ICOM Arab presence into ICOM and why we are supporting our active member ICOM United Emirates. So please, Mr. Mohammed, if you can give me the permission to share my
You unmute your mic,
Yes.
please. Yeah.
Please, could you give me the permission to share
Yeah.
my screen? Because
I can, yeah.
yeah.
Yes. You are unmute. No. Please carry on.
No, it's not yet.
No, you can. No, I can listening you.
I listen to you, yes, but
Yeah,
I
I
want to
can
share
hear
my
you.
screen. I want to share my screen.
You want to share your screen? Okay.
Yes.
So here is share and share. So
You are sharing your own screen, so okay. No, not yet. You are sharing your own screen, so stop sharing your screen.
How can?
And give me.
I'm sharing screen with you. Just
Yes.
Okay, I better make you host, I think, then.
Yes, it will be
yeah.
good, yes. So during this presentation, I will try to show you that the Arab world was among the first countries to establish ICOM in 1946. And now today is a very special day because today is the anniversary of the 75th anniversary of ICOM. And we are very glad today to yes, I can share it now.
Yeah, you are host now.
Yes. Yes, okay. Do you see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Yes, okay.
So now you have to check the guests too. They are in a
Yes,
waiting
I
room.
will do this
Okay,
also,
thank you.
yes. I
Thank
will
you.
try to do this.
Thank you.
So, and as I told you, today we are celebrating the 75th anniversary of ICOM. And in this occasion, I would like to express my wishes to all the museum community in the world, to the ICOM Secretariat also, and to everybody around the world. And please unmute your mic. And Dubai is representing the Arab world in this application, and I can show you the history of the Arab presence in ICOM. As you can see in this file, the UN conference for the establishment of the UNESCO, Egypt was the representative of the Arab world during this first meeting. And also during the ICOM constitution in 1946, Egypt also represented the Arab world as a member and as the first national committee to establish ICOM. And also in 1962, Morocco also represents the Arab world as the first vice president of ICOM. He was Mr. Safari, was the curator of Fes Museum in Morocco. And since the establishment of ICOM Arab, please unmute your mic, please. And since the establishment of ICOM Arab in 1995, the United Arab Emirates was among the countries who founded ICOM Arab. And here we can find the presence of the United Arab Emirates during the first conference of the ICOM Arab Regional Alliance. Why we are supporting Dubai? So if you look carefully to this map, you can see that that ICOM General Conferences were organized in many regions in the world, but we are still waiting for the Arab world to welcome the museum community. And we will be very happy to welcome you in 2025. And now there is a lot of things which are doing inside ICOM, especially we are working on transparency and also please invite your mic, please. 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 And
একটা ডেট ফিক্সড করা দরকার, হ্যাঁ আপনি 16 থেকে 1 তারিখ এর মধ্যে এভাবে তো হয় না, আমাদের ছুটির দিন কবে এটা জানতে হবে আপনাদের, টেলিফোন করতে পারতেন। এক, দুই নম্বর হচ্ছে আপনার আনুমানিক 50 জন, মানে এখনো সংখ্যা নির্ধারণ হয়নি না, 50 জন 50 জন আনুমানিক লিখেছেন তো তার মানে
please
এখনো এটা মানে ফাইনালাইজ হয়নি বোঝা যাচ্ছে। আর আপনারা একটা নির্দিষ্ট তারিখ ফিক্সড করবেন, কারণ হচ্ছে আমাদের শনি থেকে বুধবার পর্যন্ত খোলা থাকে, আর শুক্রবারে বিকেলে অনেক সাপোর্ট পাবেন না আপনি, এই জন্য শনি থেকে বুধবারের মধ্যে ডেটটা আপনাকে এখানে উল্লেখ করতে হবে এবং এখানে উপকিপার লিখতে হবে, উপকিপার আসান মিলে যাবে।
okay. Okay, we will continue now. I think we will continue now. Sorry about that. So as I told you, in ICOM now, we want our organization to be more inclusive. So that's why we want that the Arab world will be represented inside ICOM, and we can host this important event in the future. So why Dubai? Dubai also will be a good representative of the Arab world civilization, because it has a lot of advantages, especially in the representing the Arab civilization, the natural heritage, and also the proximity of Dubai for all the other countries in the world. The United Arab Emirates also played a big role in the cultural activities in the past. For example, here we have the example of saving the Nubian monuments in 1970s, 60s. So United Arab Emirates gave a lot of support to this kind of international activities. And even today, for example, in Iraq, they are restoring many historical monuments in Iraq also. So also Dubai and the United Arab Emirates has the longest list of the world intangible heritage in the Arab world with 11 elements. So it means that all the world is in Dubai and all the world is in the Emirates. Also Dubai, I know the people, the Emirate people, they are very proud of their cultural heritage, and we are happy about that, and they are making a lot of efforts to safeguard their heritage, tangible and intangible heritage. Dubai also has a lot of museums, and 40% of visitors, for example, before COVID-19, 40% of the visitors were in Dubai museums with more than 1 million visitors. And also the first museum of Dubai was in 1971, which is still now a historical monument in a museum at the same time. Also, there is plenty of private museums in the United Arab Emirates. Here we give you the example of the Museum of Women. It means that the ICOM Emirates museums are we're looking for the equity between men and women also. And also we have an international museum branches of museums inside the UAE. We have the Louvre Abu Dhabi, the famous museum, and also the next Guggenheim Museum. I hope that you can see it also in the opening ceremony during 2025. Dubai also, ICOM Dubai 2024, especially the secretariat and the working team, we have advantages that we will have the international staff and volunteers that we are going to speak many languages. It means that all the participants of ICOM during this meeting will have no problem with contacting the secretariat, asking some questions, etc. So this is what makes Dubai a very good city for the international representation. For the scientific problem, and the theme chosen for this conference, it's very important, and it goes with the ICOM strategic plan and UN goals. So we will work with our colleagues as a ICOM Arab to establish a very strong scientific committee to put a very rich program and to make these discussions very important for the museum community. Also, it will be a hybrid. I will not speak about this for a long time, but I will go directly to the what we are offering for the ICOM committees, because ICOM committees will vote for the city to host ICOM in 2025. So as a Dubai, as a ICOM Dubai, we can guarantee for all the committees of ICOM a large choice of off-site meeting, excursions, meetings inside the venue and outside the venue. There is a plenty mini monuments, many cultural landscapes in which we can organize off-site meetings and excursions. Many cities in the near Dubai is near from the other Emirates. And for example, in Dubai, we have a lot of museums. In Sharjah also, we have a lot of museums. It's not very far from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and other locations also. And also for the social event, the participants will have a lot of occasion to see many events during the nights of during the conference. For the social program, for the excursion day, we have mini program, and especially for the accompanying persons. So ICOM colleagues can come, and if they want to bring their children or their wives or their family, they will be welcome, and we will make a special program for them also. So why Dubai also? Because we see that Dubai, they have very implicated and motivated partners that they will help us to organize this conference and have a wonderful international conference of ICOM. Dubai also it's very near, it's well connected to the world. And as I told you, and during this conference, you will find Dubai with a nice weather in November. And what I can suggest you, it's let's celebrate the 78th anniversary of ICOM in Dubai. I hope that during this conference, we can have not only a good conference, but we can also celebrate the 78th anniversary of ICOM. It will be during the same month. So thank you, and I hope to see you in Dubai, the world in one location. Thank you.
Yeah, Meena.
Thank you very much, sir. It was very, very exciting presentation. And also we had a very, very good in-depth about Dubai as well as the Arab world. So we have our second speaker. So our second speaker is,
Dr. Rashad.
I think we have some more people who are trying to admit in.
Yes.
Yes, there are a lot of people waiting. If you can just come in.
So we will just wait for a while, right?
But what I suggest that you can let our president of ICOM UAE start speaking, and you can at the same time admit people to come.
Sure. Thank you very much.
If you can allow me to share my screen to go along with Engineer Rashad's talk, please.
Okay. I think that's
There are some people in the chat who want to enter the waiting room, from the waiting room to our meeting. Please, could you let people in?
I think first we have to let the people in and then do the sharing, because if you do the sharing, then you cannot let people in. Mr. Sharqi, you can let them in from your side?
No, I have no.
You are the
no
host.
indication from.
Even
I am a host.
No, you have to open this participants at the bottom. You have to click that, and then on side you will get the indication.
Yes, I did this.
Okay.
I gave you the host again.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
This is the way. We gave her the host.
Yes.
And
I
then
give
she
you
will
the
give
host
you back.
again. You can, yes, you can do it now. So first of all, give to our colleague Mariam the authorization to share her screen. I want to be more concentrated with the discussions. That's why
It was actually very exciting to know about the Dubai as well as the Arabian country. Generally, for people who are living, in our side, like the Nepal and all, it's really interesting for us because we don't hear much about Dubai. Like we only know few things about tourism because it's like they are marketing a lot, I guess. So we know about the tourism sites and all, but regarding the culture and all, it's a little bit difficult for us to understand. But this presentation was very, very good. That it gave us insight about it. Thanks a lot.
Yes, Mariam, you are the host now.
Thank you.
Okay. You want me to start with a short talk introducing before Mariam, if you let me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ms. Meena Lama from ICOM Nepal, and thank you, Mr. Mohammed Akhtar Javid. Thanks also to Mr. Sharqi Dahmali, the Vice President of the Arab ICOM. Also, thanks to all the attendants from different parts of the world. I see from Morocco, Bangladesh, Nepal, Lebanon, Emirates, and many other parts of the world. It's good, I think, to gather all of us in this nice place under the umbrella of ICOM, which today, which is the 16th of November, already started. It was on the 16th of November, 1946. That was, I think, the very great day in the history of the world, because on that day was the birth of ICOM in Paris. So congratulations to everyone working in the museums, whether they are members of ICOM or going to be members in ICOM in the future. And also all of you, welcome again here to this seminar about the conference which we are going to have in 2025, and the informal talk with Mr. Mohammed Akhtar Javid. I'll not go too long because Mrs. Mariam Ahli, she will talk about in more detail about the ICOM General Conference of 2025. And I think I'll just give the platform to Mrs. Mariam, and then we'll have questions and discussions. Mrs. Mariam, if you please start.
Thank you, Engineer Rashad. Thank you, Mr. Sharqi Dahmali, and thank you everyone for this opportunity. Again, on behalf of Dubai Culture and Arts Authority, we congratulate the entire museum professionals and experts that are part of ICOM on this 75th anniversary of the establishment of one of the biggest network for museum professionals in the world. I myself work very closely with ICOM UAE on the preparation of the bid for this file, and I am very happy today that we have our colleagues from different ICOM national committees with us as well, and we wish everyone all the best with the bids and with the voting. Today, we want to briefly cover what maybe we will also give a little bit more details about things that Mr. Al-Sharqi covered. We want to answer a few questions on why here in the Dubai United Arab Emirates, who are we as ICOM UAE and the organizing committee, what are we proposing in terms of our thematic approach and why we have chosen a hybrid format, and which services are we offering in terms of travel, accommodation, and on-site reception, and when and where this conference is taking place. Why here in the Dubai United Arab Emirates? One of the things Mr. Al-Sharqi pointed out is since the establishment of ICOM in 1946, all general conferences have taken place everywhere except for the Middle East and extended sub-Asian region. So this is why we do believe that it is time to bring this conversation and to bring this cultural platform of knowledge exchange to this part of the world, to the MENA region, and to share this knowledge and expertise with the professionals in this part of the world. Dubai is one of 7 emirates that make up the UAE, and actually this year we are celebrating the 50th Jubilee anniversary of our country since its foundation in 1971. Currently in Dubai, we're also hosting the biggest celebration of global humanity since the pandemic, which is the World Expo of 2020. This is the first World Expo to be held in, again, the Middle East and extended sub-Asian region. We have over 190 participating nations, and we have an expected visitation of 25 million. Some numbers about Dubai that are worth noting. We are, according to the McKinsey & Company statistics, the #1 world's most cosmopolitan city. We are the 7th safest country in the world. We are the 21st happiest country in the world. We have large investments in AI and robotics, and we have a very diversified economy. As you can see, our key economic sectors range between healthcare, education, tourism and culture, manufacturing, so we have a wide variety of offerings. We have been welcoming the world since our establishment and even before being part of the United Arab Emirates. In 2019, just before the pandemic, we recorded an ultimate high of 16.7 million international visitors to Dubai. Dubai is where the world comes to work, live, and play. We have over 200 nationalities living here in the Emirates, speaking more than 140 languages. We have the 6th best ranking of world cities based on the Residents' World's Best Cities report. The museums of Dubai offer a variety of content, topics, and they range in size and collections. We have a Shindaga Museum located in the historic district of Shindaga, containing over 150 historical houses that have all been restored, and readaptive use of thematic pavilions have been introduced in them with a very site-sensitive approach to what is authentic versus what is the modern intervention. We have a unique women's museum celebrating the history of women in the UAE. We have Saruq al-Hadid Museum, which is part of an archaeological site. We have Al-Fahidi Fort, which is the oldest surviving building in Dubai, and it is currently closed for maintenance, and we are reopening it in 2025, hopefully to coincide with the opening ceremony for the event. We have specialized museums like the Coffee Museum. We are soon also opening the Museum of the Future, which is a very unique endeavor of ours. We have Ittihad Museum, which celebrates the union of the 7 Emirates. So we have the Cricket Museum, which celebrates a sport very dear to the hearts of our residents. And we have the Police Museum as well. This is some of the offerings we have. In addition to that, Abu Dhabi is only, which is the capital of the UAE, is an hour and 25 minutes away by car. Abu Dhabi currently hosts the Louvre Museum, as well as more local museums such as Qasr al-Hisn, Qasr al-Muwajji in Al-Ain, and in 2025 we'll be opening the Guggenheim Abu Dhabi. In Sharjah, we have a lot of cultural and Cultural and Museum Institutes. We have the Sharjah Islamic Art Civilization Museum. We have the Heart of Sharjah project. We have projects that even saved the buildings from being demolished and introduced museums and gallery uses in them. We have Ajman 38 minutes away with historic forts and castles. The same with the Northern Emirates of Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, and Al Gawain. Who are we as ICOM UAE and the organizing committee? ICOM UAE was supported in this bid mainly by 3 main governmental entities in Dubai. Dubai Culture, which covers the cultural and heritage sector in the UAE. As a representative of Dubai Culture, we manage the museum sectors in Dubai. We are very much involved in also helping the private museums and giving the platform of shared knowledge across all. Dubai Municipality works on the conservation of a lot of our museums, and they also manage our archaeological sites. And we have Dubai Tourism, which is the main business bureau of events for us in Dubai, and they help organize a lot of our big annual events that happen here. Some of what we do as ICOM UAE, we do collaborations with universities. We have signed on agreements. We support graduation talks and shows. We give lecture series. We aid in publications, and we create an academic outreach program that goes beyond the UAE in collaboration with other committees as well. What are we proposing in terms of our thematic approach? We felt bringing this conference for the first time to this part of the world, it is important to have the dialogue be responsive to everyone from the region, but also to have global perspective and reach. So we wanted to discuss what is the future of museums in rapidly changing communities. Communities are changing today due to a massive torrent of events. We have a pandemic, we have massive protests, we have natural disasters, soaring inequalities, a technology and digital revolution, just to name a few. And all of this have made us aware that tomorrow will be uncertain. So where can we go together, our museums and communities, hand in hand for a better future? This is not a question only for Dubai, but this is a question for the museums of the whole world. How do we practice our role as a social actor, as an activist, and as an agent for change? How do we deal with issues of change, recovery, inclusivity, transparency, and sustainability, while also embodying them within the core of our offering? We want to decide and create what happens next together, because we are the actors of our future. In our sub-themes as well, we wanted to focus on communities as equal partners because of the many changes and critical issues that are related to tangible and intangible cultural heritage, especially in some parts of the world like ours, where a lot of our intangible heritage might be changing, or we might be losing the people who know how to do certain crafts or know how to recite certain expressions. So we need to preserve that, and we need to address this rapid change that is happening. How are we inclusive and accessible to all beyond the boundaries of a physical realm? How do we offer a digital experience that can also have an center collections? How are we sustainable in what we build and what we propose, and how do we keep on going? And how do we continue to collaborate and cooperate, not only with our knowledge, but with our collections, with all our offerings? All of these sub-themes are also aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, and that is to engage the museums across the world. Our choice, of course, also for a hybrid ICOM General Conference is to create an increased reach and attendance. We know that in today's age and things have been changing, not everyone will prefer to go in person. We want to give the offering of in-person and digital attendance to everyone. We want a higher engagement with our audience. We want more sponsor opportunities, and with these more powerful sponsor opportunities, in addition to the additional 60 grants we're offering, we can even increase our grants and offerings. We can also be sustainable in this thing by reducing environmental impacts and costs, and reducing travel costs on certain countries and certain participants. We want to also create remote locations in other areas. If they don't have good internet connections, we can set up as an area for them so that more people can attend. And that could be almost an in-person attendance, but from a digital perspective. So we can create a hybrid within a hybrid. We will accumulate valuable data just by having a hybrid conference format, and we will have greater flexibility to accommodate everyone's needs and to continue to address the changing needs of our audience, especially the younger generation that has different interests in the older practicing generation. Which services are we offering? As evident in Expo 2020 and based on the Bureau's decision of hosting the event here back in 2013, Dubai is a preferred destination. Dubai is a preferred destination for many events, and we hope that it will be also hosting ICOM in 2025. Dubai's unique location between the East and West is a great bridge. We serve more than 80 airlines. Our main airline partner is Emirates Airlines, which is offering up to 25% discount to all participants. We fly to more than 240 cities across 94 countries, and we are the world's busiest airport in the world, serving more than 86.4 million passengers. In addition to that, as part of Dubai Tourism, we are facilitating visas for everyone. We already have experience doing that with Expo. There should not be an issue with anyone. We have already an agreement with our immigration department as well to ease up the process for all applicants. Dubai is 2.5 billion of the world is only a 4-hour flight time from Dubai, while the rest 5 billion are 8 hours flight time from Dubai, or even less than that. Dubai's transportation offers a wide variety. We have water taxis, we have a metro line on which there are multiple hotels and access points. It is very close to all the major landmarks and benefits that we are offering. And we have a huge array of choices in terms of hotels. We have over 735 hotels in Dubai with 124.4 thousand rooms offered. They give you a variety of high quality and a value for money. And 26,000 of those hotel rooms are located along the Dubai Metro line. And the Dubai Metro also has a station that is very close to our venue, walking distance from it. So it is very accommodating. We have this broad range of hotels and hotel apartments with different stars and different ratings to assess all the needs. We also are in collaboration with universities to arrange for some dormitories to be used for younger students who would like to have a different kind of accommodation and experience. When and where we are offering that Dubai, the event will be hosted in the Dubai World Trade Center, our largest convention center. We actually, right now, this is around the same exact time we're proposing to have this event in 2025.
Mr. Mohammed Akhtar, your mic is on. If you can put it off, please. Mr. Mohammed Akhtar, your mic is on. It's just interrupting the talk.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So we have proposed between the 10th to the 13th of November. This is a very exciting time to be in Dubai. The weather is ideal, it's beautiful, it is breezy, it is always sunny and nice. It is very nice and walking around the city. In addition to that, November is a very exciting month here. We also launch our Dubai Design Week usually in this month. So there are so many events happening at the same time to coincide with the conference and to also be included within the excursions of the participants, whether before or even after the conference. Our Dubai International Convention Center is hosts more than 500 events annually. We have the convention center and all its neighboring facilities are around 1 million square feet. The main hall that we have proposed for the event houses 4,860 seats, but that is only the main hall. In addition to that, we also have multi-purpose additional halls that will accommodate larger numbers. If we believe that the physical in-person attendance want to increase, we can accommodate for it. In addition to this, we have a 20 to 200 person capacity meeting rooms on site. And also with the metro line being very close, we have offered additional off-site meeting locations in our museums, which can accommodate larger groups and smaller groups. and we have 40 years of experience hosting events here, and we cater to more than 15,000 people per day. We're accustomed to events like this, and the logistics and interconnected infrastructure here allows for us to host such an event. I want to leave you all with a short video on the cultural offerings of the United Arab Emirates and Dubai, and we hope that we can see you all here, and we hope that you also get a chance to visit Expo 2020, which is on until the end of March of 2022.
You can put the sound a little bit higher, Mariam.
Thank you, everyone. I will stop sharing my screen now.
Mina, open your mic.
Thank you very much, Madam Mariam. It was a very beautiful presentation, and we actually got to learn a lot about the plannings of the General Conference, and especially about how concerned the whole conference is about the environment, also about the people who could not attend it, and a very, very good idea with the hybrid the conference. It's very exciting. All right. So I think we can actually open the panel now for a little bit of discussion. If anybody has
put
any
off
questions.
your mic, please. Shivani Sharma, please put off your mic.
Thank you, Zaved sir.
Okay.
So it seems like we have 33 participants right now. So that's, that's a lot of participants. So if everybody actually opens up their mic, it will be a little bit, crowdy. So I would like to open the panel right now. So anybody who would like to ask questions, they can actually raise their hands or type their questions in the chat box. And that will make it much more easier for all our, participants to listen to the questions as well as interact.
Yes, if you permit, I can see some questions in the chat. Some people telling why Dubai, etc. As I told you, Dubai doesn't represent only the United Arab Emirates. It represents all the Arab world. So we are looking from this occasion from 1946. Now we have a good opportunity to welcome you in a country that will represent the Arab civilizations. And you all know the role of the Arab civilization in the world with the other civilizations. And you all know that the other colleagues from around the world, they had their opportunity to welcome you in the past general conferences, but we have never seen a general conference in the Arab world. So I think that even I don't want to tell that for example, Sweden or Russia or France or other countries who organized the general conferences before, but we want only to give us the opportunity to welcome you, and we will be very proud to welcome you all to Dubai in 2025. And we are preparing a very good scientific program. It's not only, it will be a very important scientific program which will be put by very famous keynote speakers, very famous scientific committee members from around all the world and from all the other civilizations. So if you trust us, we can have a wonderful general conference in 2025, and we will, as I told you, and we will celebrate together the 78th anniversary of ICOM in Dubai.
All right, thank you very much. So we have one more question. It's also concerning with Dubai, and there's already a little bit of answer, but maybe somebody can actually elaborate on that. So the question is, what's unique about Dubai comparing to other candidates?
You allow me,
I will
take the floor for that.
Sure, sure.
Again, I think our presentation maybe covered a little bit of what makes Dubai unique.
Yes.
Dubai, again, is at the heart of the East and West. So geographically, our location is extremely important in bridging the gap of not having an ICOM conference in this part of the world, of bringing this important dialogue on museums and the future of museums and this kind of expertise to this part of the world. It is time for us to showcase our cultural offerings and growing museum sectors. Yes, we might not be in our museums as old as some others, but we do have the foundation for them, and we do want to highlight the importance of the tangible and intangible cultural heritage of this region. Another unique thing about Dubai is Dubai has always welcomed the world, and we want to continue to welcome the world and all kinds of professionals here. I don't know if there's more that you want us, or any more specific thing that you want us to elaborate on, but I can share this presentation with you. You can get more information from it, and we're very happy to answer any further questions you have.
Thank you very much. Actually, it is very exciting to see the whole, the preparations going on, because we can actually see through your presentation that Dubai already has prepared, museums which actually represents the past, present, as well as maybe the future too. So it's kind of like exciting. So maybe if anybody else, they have questions, the panel is still open, and our speakers are ready to answer any questions that we have. So if anybody has any question, please.
There should be some questions. Olga?
Yeah, of course.
Olga? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Do you have any question?
I actually don't have exact questions, but I would like to thank all of our colleagues from ICOM Arab and ICOM Arab Emirates, because it was an interesting presentation. It's very great for us to be in a short list with such wonderful people. I wish you good luck as for us as well. So let's wait until the voting is over. But please take a look at the ICOM Russia page as well to check out our presentation and news.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Your funding support is increased. I have seen yesterday, there's a 230 to 250. Now the sports you will provide. So
I have a question.
So please.
Yes, I have a question to our colleague from ICOM UAE. Did you will arrange, for example, excursions for the nearest country? Many people want to see the Grand Egyptian Museum. So in 2025, it will be open. It is the biggest museum in the world. So some colleagues want to know if they can have excursion from Dubai to Cairo to see the Grand Egyptian Museum.
Yes, we have mentioned in our bid file all the neighboring companies, all the neighboring countries to the UAE, a lot of which are Arab countries. Again, in collaboration with Emirates Airlines, we're very happy to offer comparable rates and discounts for our colleagues and include those excursions in the program. Yes, so we have already also listed all the heritage sites nearby, whether they're in Saudi Arabia and Oman, shorter trips by car, and also a bit of shorter trips by air. And we are happy to accommodate and answer any questions our colleagues have in organizing those excursions and also creating a whole round trip with our recommendations for hotels, not only in Dubai, but also in Egypt, because we do have collaborations with accommodations and hotels there as well.
Wow.
Thank
So,
you.
Mariam, how much funding you are affording for the delegates visits, you know?
We have a certain amount allocated for the grants and for the funding from our different partners in the bid file, and also from our sponsored universities and other entities, and not only in Dubai, but all 7 Emirates Cultural Institutes. And currently we're offering 60 additional grants to what has been offered. But in addition to that, we are still continuing our sponsorship talks and opportunities to further add to this budget of excursions, other than the ones that are locally happening within the UAE, which is already covered in our bid.
Yeah, yeah. It would have been very nice. Abdullah Al-Basti. Yeah, Abdullah Al-Basti. Yeah. Abdullah Al-Basti. Please make question.
But there is actually one more question in the chat box. So the question is, will excursions be free of charge?
Yes, all excursions will be part of your registration package. So based on your registration package, our excursions will be offered for free to all the ICOM participants.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you very much indeed. Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else to question? Make question, please. Otherwise, I will, thanks to the Rashid and Shirki Damali, and then all participants who have been with us here. And particularly, I would ask Meena to thanks all.
Thank you very much. Now this is, finally, we have come to the end of the program. So I would like to officially close the program for everybody. Thank you everyone for your active participation. And we were actually thinking about having more questions, but seems like all the presentation have, elaborated all the general subjects and topics. So yeah. Well, on the behalf of ICOM Family Forum, I would like to thank all our speakers, Sir Rashid Bukash, Eric Damali, and Madam Mariam Mudaffar. And also thank you to all the participants from all around the world who had, made their time to participate and show their support. So with this remark, I would like to actually close the program officially. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye, everyone.
In Dubai.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time, and we wish all our colleagues in ICOM Sweden and ICOM Russia all the best. And you can stay up to date on ICOM UAE's activities on our Instagram page.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will discuss with a few things with Rashid with you later on sometime. Okay, so we will have a short meeting to discuss this thing.
Sure.
And Shirki Damali will also participate in it, I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, so nice. It was very nice. It was very nice introduction, and definitely it's the first time in Dubai, right? So Russia has been holding it previously, and then Stockholm even holding it previously. So it's only Dubai left. But then you have to make little bit more flexible and interesting in because 160 funding sport and Russia is giving 250 funding reports. Also, it's a 100 difference of 100 in between. So we have to think about that. And why it must be in Dubai, also in Russia, and also in Stockholm, some part here, some part there, and some part there. So it would be very nice.
Thank you.
Let's
for
organize the huge collaboration
Yeah, huge
between national
competition.
committees.
Yes. Well, yeah, go for mega project. Why not? Because this idea struck to me that our president Alberto, he was walking into the museums of Paris and different museums and celebrating the day. It's 175th celebration of ICOM. So I thought if he can move around in many museums to show us, so why not this conference be in 3 places?
we have conference coming every 3 years in one city, every 3 years in one city. So no problem. Dubai we have in 2025, then there is 2028, 2031. Alhamdulillah, days are coming.
Whoever wins the host of 2025 ICOM UAE will be more than happy to collaborate and to participate in wherever the conference is happening. At the end of the day, the core of this is our museums and not any personal country or city. It's the museums, the professionals, and the experts from around the world. And that is why we are very happy and to be shortlisted among such great cities such as Stockholm and Kazan.
No, we are all ICOM, in fact. Okay, so if we eat Arabian food, so what? If we eat Russian food, Kazakh food, Kazan food, that was very nice. You haven't shown me your food, but so
inshallah, in 2025, I will personally take you to try Dubai food.
Okay. So nice of you all people. And I'm so happy to meet you people here. So thank you very much, and inshallah we will have another meeting too.
Inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
One thing I want to discuss that you must keep something for youth, some funds for youth. I had experienced with the group 6 of our international conference that youth has been taking very much interest in to these things. So you must keep some funds in youth. So even Russia said they will give some funds to youth to come and attend the conference. So you also make a place for youth, you see.
Our Ministry of Culture is actually a Ministry of Culture and Youth. It is a combined ministry. We do not separate our culture from our youth, and they're a big supporter of our bid file. They're actually one of the lead supporters across the all seven emirates that make up the UAE. So it is a fundamental part of our bid as well, and we have more on it, so we can share experts from our bid on the youth involvement and the programming we have arranged for them.
Yeah,
that's wonderful to hear, because ICOM Russia also concerns about the accessibility of the conference and experts events for younger professionals. So that's why we decided to provide more than 200 grants for people all over the world, national committees and international committees including. And it's great that you also concerned of it. Thank you.
That's nice, Olga. That's nice. I'm waiting for 2025. I don't know whether I will be here or not, but this Lama and there is Sandeep. These two people will continue it, and they will cover your conference. So if even in Dubai or even there, they too will cover the conference, and immediately we will show it on this our YouTube and all these things. So you have to manage these two people. I don't know, in the youth programs. Okay. So so thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. So say goodbye to everyone.
Thanks a lot, colleagues. It
Goodbye.
was great pleasure. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.